It's time for the one and the only show. It's the Luke Howard Show Live. Thank you very much. Oh, we started a bit late today. How lovely. Well, 10:01 a.m. Good morning. Morning. Thank you. A bit strange starting a bit later on. It's a bit different, it's different to start a bit later. But anyway, don't worry, if we still start a bit late, we will still go on till around about 10 a.m-ish. But don't worry, ITV this morning starts a bit late. Things on ITV starts late, so it doesn't really matter with us either. Anyway, morning everybody, hope you're all well. It's Tuesday the 30th of June. Would you believe it though? Would you believe it? It's the last day in June. No! This time tomorrow it shall be the 1st of July, which is otherwise known as my mother's birthday. So we give her a big mention on the show tomorrow, of course, which won't be live. It shall be recorded because the show comes out around about this time. Anyway, but first, hope you're all well. So we've got a great show today. We're talking lots about stuff. We're live today, of course, live from 10 until 10:45 a.m. We're going to be talking about lots of different things today. We've got a section that we're going to be starting off by talking about in a moment, which is actually about which is about social media. And then after that, just a little summary up about it, just a little talk about it, and what's good about it and what's bad about it, and all of that, because other shows do talk about it. So, of course, we do have to cover it as well. And then after that, we're going to be doing our coronavirus section, where we talk about a bit about the coronavirus and its latest updates. Because yesterday, Leicester went in lockdown. The city of Leicester went... Is it a city or a town? I'm sure it's a city. But it went in lockdown yesterday, so we're going to talk a bit about that. We're going to be playing some great music. We're going to be talking about what's on the box on telly tonight. And, of course, all those important national days on the one and the only show, the Luke Howard Show. God, it's all kicking off today, isn't it? Wow, between now and 10:45. Wow, it's all kicking off. So, let's get cracking then. We're talking about social media. Now, I've got to be honest with you, okay? I'm really good, okay? I am really, really good. I don't have social media, okay? I don't have it. I have used it before, but I didn't like it at all, and I didn't feel comfortable on it before, so I haven't felt comfortable with using it before. So, now, I thought to myself, I'm not going to use it anymore. So, I don't use it anymore. And I think when we speak to Piers Bloomfield at the end of this week, on Friday, when we speak to Piers on Friday, he'll be here Friday, we'll chat to him then. I'm going to ask him what he thinks about social media as well. I mean, we have spoken about it, I think, with him before, but I know he'll be talking about other things. But we will speak to him about it on Friday when we catch up with him about it. But I have had it at one time, and I didn't like it, and I didn't feel comfortable. So now I've decided that I don't have it anymore, which is a good thing that I don't have it, and it's very good for for you not to have to be away from it all. And I'm a natural person, I'm very natural, and a lot of people on this show, listeners, my close friends and people know that I'm into yoga. I drink all different teas. I'm very natural. What I say just comes naturally out of my mouth. I'm not very like other people. They're always on their phones, on social media, sort of thing. So I don't usually do that. I've got a phone, but I don't use it very, very much. And I'm sure a lot of people out there agree with what I'm saying on this show right now. I'm sure you've all got phones and you all go on them a lot, but I don't use mine very much, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with me with what I'm talking about now, as I just said. I mean, I have tried. I see youngsters as young as 12, 13, 14-year-olds. I go around my town, and I've never seen, right? I go out to different places. Wherever I go, all I ever see is youngsters on their phones. 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. Now, I think 12, 13 and 14 is a bit young to have a mobile phone. Facebook users are supposed to be 14 at least. You have to be 14 to use Facebook. People as young as 12 and 11 use Facebook. And I know that. I don't have Facebook at all. But I know that youngsters, young as 12, 13, 14, have got it. I've got Facebook. Facebook, it's I don't have it. I mean, I don't use it. I don't. My dad has Facebook, but I don't have it, and I know a lot of youngsters use it, and I just think, it's young. Don't you think 12, 13 and 14 is very young to have Facebook? I mean, and Instagram and Snapchat and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I know it's young, but do you think it's young enough not to have it? 07593 847 105 is the number to text or call. You can start with the word talk and your name, and where you're from if you're texting. If you call, I would suggest giving us a ring and we'll ring you back. It's 07593 847 105, or email us. Drop us an email. It's GaryJHoward68 at hotmail.com, or there's another email which is 345457 at student.hrc.ac.uk. Now, I only at the moment check that email once a week, so if I don't reply or anything like that, it's because I only check it once a week, because there's no point going on it very much at the moment, because my college is off. But just do get in touch with the other email, which is GaryJHoward68 at hotmail.com, if you do get in touch via email. Or you can find us on Instagram. We'll get straight back to you on there. It's at the Luke Howard fan page, or you can use. No, it's not mine, because obviously I don't have Instagram, but it's my fan page. Of course, it's the fan page for me, and it's run by my agents. It's run by my agents. Get in touch with us via there, or send us a message on there, or use the hashtags #Luke Howard, #Luke Howard Show, or #Listen to the Luke Howard Show. We'd love to hear from you and what you think about your views. I mean, of course, social media in the past has led to a lot, hasn't it? A lot of, I know it's social media has led to a lot of mental health. I mean, it does come under the mental health here, doesn't it? And I know it does. I've done my research. It does come down to mental health, and I think I've known people who have struggled through a lot. I've struggled through hell with going through it. I mean, they've posted pictures up of themselves, of course, lots of different ways of they've done photos on there, and then people have commented saying horrible, nasty words, of course. I mean, I know that because they've shown me, and of course, police have got involved. I know people who have struggled through a lot on these sort of things. I mean, it is a lot, and it's very hard, and it's something different to talk about on the show today, because of course everyone talks about COVID-19 at the moment, but it's nice to talk about something else, and I'm just really saying, the bits and bobs about what I know about it. I mean, I know I may not have it, but I know a lot about it, and it's just very hard to really say much about it, because I know it's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of that sort of stuff is quite hard, especially for the youngsters, to try and get hold of. I mean, youngsters as long as 11, 12, 13, some of them have it, and some of them don't. And I know a lot of people do have it at those ages, because I know families whose children have got it at their ages, and I say to them, they shouldn't be having social media or anything like that then at their age. I know youngsters as long as 11, 12 and 13, this is what gets to me, have got huge iPhones, those iPhones, great big phones, and they shouldn't have a great big mobile phone at those ages, and I'm sure a lot of you agree with me on that one, because I do think, it's not right for them to have it at that age. I mean, it's not just social media, it's also having great big huge mobile phones. It's also talking to people you don't know on there as well. People can, it's trying to understand as well. People trying to understand about what it's all about. If random strangers just message you on there, I mean, what do you do? Sort of thing, and it comes down that as well. And of course, it's you being careful what you post on there. As well. I mean, you could post a picture of yourself in front of your house, and then someone could come round and, and it's all to do with that. But there is a way, though. There is a way that you can protect your social media account. Now, it's called a private account. Now, you can make your Facebook account, Snapchat account, Instagram account, whatever. You can make it private. And that would make people, so if anyone adds you, you can just decline it, and then you won't ever hear from them again. That's the best thing to do. I mean, that is a good way to do it. And I think, you should. That is a good way to use social media. Use your account as a private. A lot of people I know, everyone I know who has Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, everyone who's got all that social media who I know all have private accounts because they don't want people to just randomly come onto their account and start, messaging them and God knows what. So, yeah, and that's a really good thing to do, and I think that's a good idea. That's another thing, of course, and you don't want people messaging you, random people, of course, because you'll start thinking, who's this? Just block them. If anyone keeps messaging you and stuff like that, the best thing to do, I would say, is to block them, because you don't know who they are. If they just keep going again, messaging you and getting in touch with you via social media or adding you and stuff like that, just ignore them or block them. And that's what I hear. So, and I've got a little bit of information, okay, about what it's about now. I've done my research, okay, about it, and it's an interactive computer mediated technologies that facilitate the creation and sharing of information, of course, like ideas, career interests, and other forms of expression via virtual communities. Now, and of course networks. Now, the variety of this standalone and it built-in social media services currently available includes challenges of definition. However, there are some common features though, because social media are interactive Web 2.0 internet-based applications used to generate content, such as text posts or comments, digital phones or videos, as I sort of just said earlier on, didn't I? And data generated through all online interactions in the intricacies of social media. Now, users can create service-specific profiles and identifiers for the website or app, and they are designed and maintained by the social media organisation. Social media facilitate the development of online social networks. So if I don't say very much very right, because I do talk very, very fast sometimes, as everybody knows, by connecting a user's profile of those of other individuals or groups, of course. Right, okay. I want to move on in a moment, because I want to talk about coronavirus because of what happened in Leicester yesterday, which is up north. But yeah, I think that is the best thing to do. If any random person does get in touch with you, is to block them or tell someone, speak to somebody and tell them what's going on, and they can get the police involved, because there is help out there, people. There is help out there. Okay, if you are struggling with this sort of thing on any social media line, or if you've led to mental health or anything like that, then talk to someone, because they will help you, they will guide you, they will sort it out, because it will get sorted. And if anything bad out there is happening right now on social media, then I would suggest to get in touch via somebody, and they can all help you with stuff, and they will sort it out immediately. Anyone at all. We're all here to help. Anyone around, just talk to anyone, whether if it's your friend or a family relative or your mum, your dad, or even if you're listening and you're in your teens and you're a school person and you're listening today, a teacher, of course, or your classmate, whoever you can talk to them, and they will help you very much. Of course, there are charities as well. Citizens Advice, Childmind, is it Childmind? Childmind, yep. NSPCC, anything like that. And of course, not just social media. I mean, anything else that is bothering you, of course, if it's even to do with mental health, if it's even to do with abuse at home, anything at all. I mean, I know I'm jumping the gun, I'm going off track here a little bit, but I do want to also mention, if it's not just social media, if it's anything at home, any abuse, anything, they're all here to help. Samaritans, of course, are here to help as well. Anyone at all. And I think the number to dial Samaritans is, the number for Samaritans is, I think, 01, let me just see if I can find the number, because I know the number for Samaritans is here somewhere. I think... no, that's Samaritans USA. I think... I've got it. Okay, so if you would like to get in touch with places like Samaritans, I think it's... I can't remember the number. I'll have to search the numbers up later on in this show, and I will let you know before the end of today's show. So, we're talking now about yesterday. Okay, let's move on, because we're talking about yesterday. About what happened in Leicester. Now, Okay, now this is what happens because